Good afternoon and welcome everybody. Prynhawn a croeso. By the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the presentation of graduates. Distinguished guests, graduates, family and friends, it's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you to the 26th of the Open University's degree ceremonies being held in 2019. I'm also delighted to welcome our guests who are supporters and friends of the university here in Wales and who found time in their very busy diaries to be with us today. And a special welcome to our honorary graduand, Professor Dame Ellen Closs-Stevens. We're delighted to be able to honour you today. And to some of the OU's pioneer graduates who attended our first degree ceremony back in 1973 and join us again this year on our 50th anniversary. Each year, the Open University awards a range of qualifications that you all work so hard for, from certificates of higher education right through to doctorates. Throughout 2019, more than 6,000 graduates are being presented for their qualifications at our degree ceremonies. For my colleagues, and certainly for me, they're highlights of our year because we're celebrating your success. The ceremonies are held in towns and cities throughout England, in Belfast, in Glasgow, Dublin, and of course today here in Cardiff. You're graduating from the largest university in Europe with an extraordinary scale, scope, and reach. That success of your university is down to what our graduates achieve, and not just the qualification you'll be presented with today, but the difference that you'll make with it. So it goes without saying that this is a very important occasion in the life of you, your families, your friends, as well as the university and my colleagues who, I'm sure you'll feel, have nurtured and supported you through your studies. Now, you could be forgiven for thinking that the occasion is so important that it has to be solemn, but you'd be quite wrong. This is, in every sense, a day of celebration. So I'll be very disappointed if anyone crosses the stage to anything less than thunderous applause or whatever other way you'd like to express your enthusiasm and support. So with that in mind, could all of our today's graduates please stand for a moment? Would you all please stand, those who are able to? Friends, families, and Open University colleagues, let's start today's ceremony by giving all these amazing graduates a huge round of applause. Thank you. And there's one more way that you can show your appreciation to your graduate who's here today as well. Do post messages or photos to social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Use the hashtag OUFamily to share your congratulations and celebrations with many, many other people around the world. Today's ceremony will begin with the presentation of those graduates who've gained higher degrees and first degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering, and Bachelor of Laws. They'll be presented by Miss Lynette Thomas, Deputy Director for Strategy and Development here at the OU in Wales. We'll then see the awarding of the honorary degree of Doctor of the University to Professor Dame Ellen Closs-Stevens. Mrs. Louise Casella, National Director of the OU in Wales, will present Professor Stevens, who will sign the honorary graduate's book and make a reply. Then we'll continue with our presentation of graduates with those who've gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees, and diplomas of higher education. And we'll conclude the ceremony with a final address to the graduates by Mrs. Casella and myself. I now call upon Miss Lynette Thomas to present graduates. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and diplomas and have been able to attend here today. Ar gyfer gradd doethuriaeth mewn addysg, cyflwynaf i chi ar gyfer thesis yn dwyn y teitl Boundedness, Belonging and Becoming, Primary School Children's Perspective of Education and Learning in the South Wales Valleys. For the degree of Doctor of Education, I present to you for a thesis entitled Boundedness, Belonging and Becoming, Primary School Children's Perspectives of Education and Learning in the South Wales Valleys. Cyflwynaf i chi ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn hanes celf gyda rhagoriaeth, I present to you for the degree of Master of Arts in Art History with distinction, Christine Warwick. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn ysgrifennu creadigol, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Arts in Creative Writing, I present Anna Benson. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn addysg, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Arts in Education, I present Adrienne Winters. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn Saesneg, cyflwynaf, Claire Lambert. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn Saesneg, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Arts in English, I present Katie Samuel. Ar gyfer y radd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn addysg o bell ac ar-lein, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Arts in Online and Distance Education, I present Melanie Jane Hink. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn athroniaeth, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Arts in Philosophy, I present Christina Jones. Ar gyfer gradd meistr mewn gweinyddiaeth busnes, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Business Administration, I present Tom Ellis. Emma Thomas. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn datblygu ymarfer gofal iechyd, gyda rhagoriaeth, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Science in Advancing Healthcare Practice with distinction, I present Susan Dinsdale. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn cyfrifiadureg ar gyfer masnach a diwydiant cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Science in Computing for Commerce and Industry, I present Jonathan Bell. Ar gyfer y radd meistr y gwyddorau mewn rheoli amgylcheddol, ar wyf yn cyflwyno, for the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Management, I present Natalie Jane. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn systemau meddwl ymarferol gyda rhagoriaeth cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Science in Systems Thinking in Practice with distinction, I present Joanne Buchanan. Ar gyfer diploma ôl-radeddig mewn gwaith cymdeithasol cyflwynaf, for the postgraduate diploma in social work, I present Kat Brooklyn. Charlotte Elliott. Natalie Harrison. Vice-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Laws degrees and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwyddorau gydag anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf, cyflwynaf, I present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with First Class Honours, Rachel Angel. O'i hen bat Dostain Arbelas. Judith Brickwood. Justin Cantello. Kevin Coker. Francesca Gardner. Charlotte Gardo. Deborah Germain. Richard Glynn. Jeff Grosvenor. Karen Jones. Britt O'Brien. Kasia Partridge. Catherine Potter. Rhiannon Rees. David Senior. David Whittington. Robert Yue. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwyddorau gydag anrhydedd, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, I present Rebecca Algeri. Jack Alsop. Megan Anderson. Rebecca Bannister. Amy Bishop. Yvonne Burgess. Claire Campbell. Simon Carpenter. Husnu Ketin. Anne Clark. Pauline Clark. Karen Copeland. Hayley Crimble. Rebecca Davis. Laura Dean. Philippa Deegan. Emily Griffith. Alice Howells. Colleen Hughes. Denise Hughes. Susan Hughes. Jennifer Jenkins. Alina Koka. Sarah Little. Helen McCarthy. Mally Mallard Davis. Leanne O'Donnell. Sian Yvette Owen. Emily Penson. Sean Snook. Susan Trevenna. Bethany Walpole Rowe. Andrew Watkins. Mark Watkins. Natasha White. Michelle Williams. Sharon Williams. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y celfyddydau cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, I present Geir van der Werf Meyer. Chris Walters. Ar gyfer y radd baglor yn y celfyddydau mewn gwaith cymdeithasol gydag anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf, yr wyf yn cyflwyno, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work with First Class Honours, I present Ashley Lewis. Ar gyfer y radd baglor yn y celfyddydau mewn gwaith cymdeithasol gydag anrhydedd, yr wyf yn cyflwyno, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work with Honours, I present Kirsty Astley. Catherine James. Emma Lewis. Ar gyfer gradd baglor mewn peiriannau gydag anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with First Class Honours, I present Sean Evans. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gyfraith gydag anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours, I present Fenella Boxall. Ben Vokins. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gyfraith gydag anrhydedd cyflwynaf, and for the degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours, I present Lindsay Bignell. Oh, apologies. Sally Ann Cowmeadow. Kate Eady. Liam Gale. Liam A. Mansfield. Gareth Main. Michael McGrath. Maggie Moore. Jessica Simmons. Laura Taylor. Zoe Turner. Kim Tucson. Lisa Venn.
Vice-Chancellor, colleagues, graduates, guests. Mae efonesig athro Ellen Clos-Stevens yn was gyhoeddus ragorol ac yn bencampwr dros diwylliant yng Nghymru, yn enwedig darlledu iaith Cymraeg. Daw Ellen o Dalasan, Dyffryn Nantler yn wreiddiol. Mae hon yn ardal hardd, lle mae'r Gymraeg yn iaith gyntaf I 90% o boblogaeth. Professor Dame Ellen Clos-Stevens is an outstanding public servant and champion of the arts and culture in Wales, particularly in Welsh language broadcasting. Ellen hails from Talasan in the Nantler Valley, an area of outstanding beauty where Welsh is the first language of 90% of the population and which has produced poets, dramatists and slate, all of quite special quality. Ellen read English literature and language at Oxford, and while there, became the first woman president of Cymdeithas Dafydd ap Gwilym, the university's Welsh Language Society. Perhaps a taster for a future career in which she embraced academic success, public service, gender equality promotion, and the promotion of the Welsh language in public life. Her academic career was forged at Aberystwyth University, where she championed both academic study and broadcasting in the Welsh language, making the Department for Theatre, Film and Television an internationally recognised centre of excellence, and developing many students who've gone on to successful careers in broadcasting and the arts. Prolific in her service to the university, she ran the MA programme, served for a period as head of department, acted as Dean of Welsh Medium Studies, and led the university's enterprise and knowledge transfer programme, establishing links and partnerships between the university and external bodies. Mae Elen wedi cyfuno arbenigedd academaidd a dealltwr iaith o ddarlledu. Rhwng 1998 a 2006, cadairiodd S4C. Ellen has consistently combined her academic expertise with a practical contribution to policy and regulation of broadcasting and the arts in Wales. From 1998 to 2006, Ellen, appointed by the Department of Media, Culture and Sport, served 2 terms as the chair of S4C. In 2006, she chaired the Stevens Review of the Arts and its relationship to government and society in Wales. More widely in the UK, she has been a governor of the British Film Institute, where she had an oversight role in the striking refurbishment of the South Bank and continues to serve on their steering committee. Ellen has also given long service to the BBC, an organisation with whom the Open University, of course, is so intrinsically entwined. She began as a member of the BBC's Broadcasting Council for Wales and became the National Trustee, chairing too the BBC's Audience Council in Wales. Those like myself who had the pleasure of serving under her wise direction would testify to her tenacity and determination to ensure Welsh interests were fully represented in the BBC at large. Currently, she serves on the BBC board as the member for Wales, casting her watchful eye over Welsh interests whilst upholding and protecting the independence of the BBC, and has recently been appointed chair of the BBC Commercial Holdings worldwide. Mae Ellen wedi gwneud cyfraniad ehangach I Gymdeithas y Llywodraeth Cymru. Mae hi wedi bod yn aelod o Gyngor Llyfrgell Genedlaethol Cymru ac ymddiriad olwr y Cyngor Prydeinig. Ellen has also made a broader contribution to Welsh society and government. She's been a council member of the National Library of Wales and a trustee of the British Council. After a period on the Wales Advisory Committee of the Commission for Racial Equality, she later served as chair of Chwarae Teg, the charity which promotes gender equality in Wales. An expert on corporate governance, she was brought in to chair the recovery of the Isle of Anglesey County Council and played a key advisory role in assistance and recovery after the 2012 floods in Ceredigion. She's also served as High Sheriff of Pembrokeshire, Carmarthenshire and Ceredigion. She spent more than a decade chairing the Corporate Governance Committee at the Welsh Government and is currently the Electoral Commissioner with responsibility for Wales. Awarded a CBE for services to the Welsh language and broadcasting in 2001, this year she was also made a Dame in honour of her work for the Welsh Government and broadcasting. She has excelled as an educator, as a public servant, and as a champion of the creative industries, particularly in Welsh. The Open University is delighted to recognise her exceptional contribution to the arts, government and society in Wales. Mae Ellen wedi rhagori fel addasgwr, gwas gyhoeddus a phenchampo dros y cyfryngau, yn enwedig yn y Cymraeg. Mae'n pleser gan y Brifysgol Agored gydnabod a'i chyfraniad. Vice-Chancellor, by the authority of the Senate, I present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Professor Dame Ellen Closs-Stevens.
Vice-Chancellor, Director Wales and friends all, Is-Ganghellor, Cyfarwyddwr Cymru a chyfeillion oll. First of all, what a huge, huge honour it is to stand here to participate in your graduation ceremony. I have to say, you're all looking wonderful. Llongyfarchiadau mawr I chi ar eich llwyddiant, and my warmest congratulations to you on your success. And what a university you have graduated from. The largest university in the UK, and one of the largest in Europe, but also one of the most truly innovative and cutting edge of its time. Dylech chi fod yn falch iawn o'ch prifysgol. You should be truly proud to have graduated from the Open University, just as I am truly honoured to have been made an honorary doctor. Let's look back for a moment at this wonderful institution of yours. 50 years ago, when I was an undergraduate in the late 60s, only a tiny percentage of the population went to university at all. And when I went to Oxford as an 18-year-old, there were only 5 colleges for women and about 25 for men. And on the whole, each college only took about 70 undergraduates a year. But it was in the 60s that Harold Wilson, then Prime Minister, decided that Britain deserved a more literate and scientific workforce if it was to gain economic traction. And so the OU was born, giving a second chance to those who needed further qualifications or a change of direction. And degrees stopped being an endurance test that had to be passed in 3 years and became something that would be supportive and get more people through. What a brilliant idea. And the woman who brought this into being and helped people achieve this wonderful institution was a woman called Jenny Lee. Some people know of her as the wife of Aneurin Bevan, the founder of the National Health Service. But she was a brilliant person in her own right. And just after the war, the Second World War, she came up with the idea of the Arts Council, which again extended creativity, music and the arts to everyone rather than the elite few. And so she battled against all sorts of prejudice to found the Open University. And I'm told that this weekend is her birthday and that there is a wonderful exhibition about her work. So what a heritage you have as graduates of the OU. I sit now on the board of the BBC. It's a unitary board, so there's execs and non-execs, and it drives the business. And one of its most valuable partners is the Open University. Did you know that the Open University's remit spreads beyond its degrees to the general public, and that it has partnered with the BBC in huge natural history programmes, those led by David Attenborough, for example, the high end of factual programming that is respected all over the world. And recently, of course, The Planets with Brian Cox. So again, what a university, and how proud you must be as graduates. Unwaith eto, dylech chi fod mor falch o raddio o'r brifysgol hon. But the OU is not just for graduating or public literacy and knowledge. It has been an important and is an important research university. It was a pioneer in cultural social studies, a field close to my own interest in broadcasting. We live in a world of fake news and tweets, so the ability to analyse our information becomes essential. And some of the OU's courses remind us of the need for digital literacy, how we are manipulated and nudged into thought patterns. Today, this is a truly vital contribution. Cyn gorffen, hoffwn rhoi un gair o gyngor. Before finishing and let you get on with the real business of today, let me just give you my top tip for the day. Always remember, always remember how good you are. You've persevered, you've won your degrees through discipline and hard work. And from now on, you can do everything. If I can go from a comprehensive in the Quarry Valleys of North Wales to a professorship and damehood, so can you. Admittedly, some of you might not want a damehood, especially some of the men amongst you. But you know what I mean. I just want you to succeed in your chosen field. Dwi eisiau chi lwyddo yn eich maes ac wneud hynny yn arbennig. We all suffer from time to time from what's called imposter syndrome. I read Michelle Obama's autobiography, and even she, wonderful as she is, suffered from thinking she wasn't good enough. So let me just end by saying, forget the imposter syndrome. It's a waste of time. Forget thinking you're not good enough. It's a waste of your time. Forget thinking there are others who are better or more likely to have promotion. It's a waste of your time. Just remember that you have graduated from one of the most innovative universities in the world, and just go for it. Llongyfarchiadau mawr iawn I chi. My congratulations and my very, very best wishes to you all. Diolch yn fawr.
Vice-Chancellor, continuing the presentation of graduates, I shall now present those who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees, and diplomas of higher education, and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwyddorau gydag anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf, cyflwynaf, I present for the degree of Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, Kaylee Daniels. Mark Drakesmith. Ilona Gordon. Ursula Nancy Guy. Emily Phillips. Mark Price. Nikki Truss. Jenny Warren. Angharad Wen. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwyddorau gydag anrhydedd cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Sciences with honours, I present Fahima Abdi. Farhad Al-Warith. Kelly Brown. Astra Burke. Natasha Cutter. Emma Davis. Ian Denham. Matthew Donahue. David Dugmore. Juliet Edwards. Adam Evans. Victoria Evans. Jabs Garrett. Mel Hearn. Stephen Hendry. Abigail Hinton. Helen Hobbs. Elaine Hoy. Sean Hughes. Stephen Jane. Daniel Jenkins. Kirsty Jenkins. Laura Jones. Michelle King. Vicky King. William Jordan Lambert. Sean McDonnell. Marie Meddins-Jones. Elizabeth Moby Gilbert. Rebecca Mock. Gemma Nash. Rebecca Pike. Antoinette Porter. Victoria Rawlinson. Jeanette Roach. Hamda Sait. Katie Sanders. Matthew Sandy. Jamie Saunders. Tova Side. Sarah Taylor. Claudia Valerino Noriega. Hayley Walker. Samantha Walker. Neil Waller. Joanne Walton. Sophie Washington. Laura Watts. Michael White. Georgina Williams. Rachel Williams. Tina Williams. Saul Wilson. Tracy Workman. Rhiannon Young. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwyddorau cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Science, I present Rachel Harper. Ar gyfer gradd sylfaen cyflwynaf, for a foundation degree, I present Gary Clark. Andrea Davis. Sarah Elson. Rachel Meets. Samantha Scott. Ac ar gyfer diploma mewn addysg uwch, cyflwynaf, and for the Diploma of Higher Education, I present Kofi Barima. Diana Chartres. Darren Hawkins-Jones. Vanda Headley. Nicola Williams.
Pnawn da bawb, gwesteion, aelodau'r Senedd, staff ac wrth gwrs ein greddedigion rhyfeddol. Mae heddiw wedi bod yn diwrnod arbennig iawn i bawb yma, diwrnod i gofio am weddill eich bywyd. Good afternoon, Good afternoon, everyone. Guests, members of Senate, staff, and of course our wonderful graduates. This has been a very special day for everyone here. One to remember for the rest of your lives. It has been just wonderful to see you all cross the stage. You looked so rightly proud of everything that you've achieved. And from up here, we could see the faces of your friends and family who shared in your joy, clapping and cheering as their very special person went across the stage and received their scroll. The wonderful, inspiring stories from everyone, and the joy and pride, and we did see a little bit of terror as well as you went across the stages, on all of your faces was fantastic. Each of you is extraordinary. Together, you are even more extraordinary. We believe that you are the most amazing body of graduates anywhere in the UK. In fact, today, all of you and your friends and supporters are probably sharing this auditorium with the most extraordinary people you are ever likely to meet. Rydych chi oll yn ysbrydoliaeth, ac mae gennym barch at eich ymdrechion I gyrraedd y man hwn heddiw. For family, friends and supporters, you know the incredible efforts that your graduate went to in achieving their qualification. But many of you, and many of our graduates today, won't know very much about the other graduates and just how amazing you are as a body. Let's take a little moment to show ourselves why. I'm going to ask the graduates a few questions so we can all discover a little bit more about you. If you can, would you mind raising your hands if you agree or have yes to say to my questions? Okay, let's start with, who was employed or did voluntary work at some stage during their study? Thank you. Who started a family during their study? How many others of you raised and supported children throughout your studies? And who cared for parents, partners, or other dependents during their studies? And please don't put your hand up if you'd rather not, or if it's tricky for you, but who carried out their studies while registered with a disability? Amazing. As you saw, almost every student here has needed to fulfill some other obligation alongside their study. We have such a diverse and talented student body. You are pretty amazing. We're so proud to have you as members of a university that believes where you start in life and what you have to deal with in your life shouldn't limit where you go. And let's share a small frustration over the words that are sometimes used to describe students like you. Frankly, describing you as part-time doesn't really cut it at all. More like double time, given all that you've combined with your studies to get here today. You've been on a very tough shift indeed. But some of you out there are probably thinking, there's only one thing tougher than being an OU student, and that's living with one. And many of you, as you came across the stage today, pointed out your family and friends out in the audience and your supporters, acknowledging that your achievement belonged just as much to them as it did to you. So graduates, if you're able to, I'm going to ask you to stand up, take a look around and find your family and friends in the audience who are celebrating with you today. They've been with you every step of the way. So if you'd like to stand, let's thank them for supporting you, for standing by you. Gadewch I ni dweud diolch I bob un ohonyn nhw. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you very much. I'm now going to hand over to the Vice-Chancellor.
It's a huge honour to be the Vice-Chancellor of the Open University. It's the most wonderful job in the world, and it's a huge privilege to share this very special occasion with all of you. Very well done to all of you, and thank you for studying at the OU. It's also wonderful to have Open University colleagues joining Louise and me on the platform, and of course those who've been marshalling you around this incredible building. It's an exciting day for all of them too. Many of the staff on our Wales support lines are here, and they'll have had conversations with you, getting you started with your studies, helping you through maybe a tough patch, and some of our academic colleagues who designed and presented your courses are represented here today as well. And of course, our incredible associate lecturers, your tutors, who taught and supported you through to your success and have been cheering you on here as well too. So I think we should give all of them who've supported you through to your success today a huge round of applause for looking after you, teaching you, supporting you. Thank you. When the OU started back in 1969, our staff and our pioneer students really were taking a step into the unknown, putting their faith in an innovative university that was using new methods of teaching, new methods of delivery to reach new groups of learners. 50 years on, and more than 2 million students have studied with the OU. You know, that's not just a university, that's a social movement. We've remained true to that original pioneering and innovative spirit, summed up on our shield, learn and live. An OU qualification is something to be very proud of, something widely recognised, well respected. For half a century, the OU's impact has been phenomenal. From the ocean to the universe, our world-leading research has shaped understanding of the seas and skies. Over 1,300 employers regularly invest in our courses here across the UK and in Wales. In Wales, we've got students who work for employers as diverse as the health sector, from care assistants to nurses, the education sector, from teaching assistants to head teachers, and the private sector, from micro businesses and SMEs through to multinational corporations. We're incredibly proud of you. And I hope you're proud of your university, which is a university like no other. We don't just provide formal courses for qualifications, but we care about the educational well-being of the whole community. As we heard from Dame Ellen, we partner with the BBC to co-produce TV and radio programmes that reach audiences of millions. We've taken learning right into people's living rooms, and we've wanted our learning to make a difference, whether that's ending the global crisis of plastics pollution or encouraging families to get out to their back gardens to survey local wildlife in their gardens and neighbourhoods. And did any of you see the recent series of Blue Planet 2? Well, you were joined by half of the viewing public of the United Kingdom. So our programmes are life-changing. They are a call to action to make the world a better place and change the world for the better. In Wales and across the UK, we work with community organisations, employers and trade unions to reach everyone who wants to learn. We work with partner organisations to help make those first steps into higher education, and with carers organisations so that we can provide opportunities and support to those who have demanding family challenges. The Open University serves Wales, but in return, Wales makes a huge contribution to the OU. Wales has pioneered adult education, and that continues today, setting an example around the whole world. Education, though, can be a source of division as much as opportunity if it's not equitable and inclusive. No part of the OU is more passionate about our social justice mission than our colleagues and students here in Wales. Today, you join a global community of Open University alumni. Please stay with us on your continuing lifelong journey, maybe coming back for further study, to progress your career, or just because you can't stop yourself wanting to learn. Or you can support the OU in many other ways as a member of our alumni community, and do encourage others to follow. You've achieved something very special, a qualification from the Open University. Put it to good use. Education is about your success, but it's also about equipping you to help others. If we want a better world, it's what we do for others that's going to make that difference. Well done. Dayan, you're all amazing. So one last time, would all our graduates please stand? And let's give them a huge round of applause, the loudest and most rowdy, to say congratulations. The proceedings of this degree ceremony have now been completed, and I now declare this meeting of congregation closed. Would all who are able to do so now please stand?